5 reasons why a medium fails in his reading and how you notice this. First of all, I want to say a short one thing. I give trial lessons one-on-one online, where you can get me for just 30 minutes and where I help you in your mediumship. Doesn't matter if you're advanced or beginner. I think this is really helpful for you. So if you want to know more of this, I will put my email on the lyric under this video. Okay, the first one, I have my notes on here on my MacBook, so I watch my notes sometimes. But the first time is the customer decides which subject the medium is going to talk about. But that's to the deceased loved one, or to the deceased one, and not to the medium, and definitely not to the customer. And maybe that's a bit strange because you think, but the customer is paying for the reading, and of course the customer in normal life needs to get what they want, but the mediumship, he gets what he needs. And maybe some person decided that he wants to talk about a tattoo, and this tattoo have a tribal. And if the medium doesn't know anything about a tattoo and definitely knows nothing about what a tribal is, then it will not happen, because the deceased one always works with the knowledge of the medium. He can only work with the knowledge of the medium. So let's say that the person who is the medium doesn't know anything about the tattoo, but he is very good at being a person who makes tables and just works with wood and even makes a couch or chairs and like those kind of stuff. Maybe he starts and he say from, oh, has this person here, and I have a red couch and I have this very special table. It's from oak, and I know it's a very special table because it has 5 legs. I don't know if legs is the correct word in English, but so we say the bottom things of the table in Dutch. But the table has 5 legs. And when a table has 5 legs, then and normally it's 4, then it's very good evidence. But the person who gets the reading maybe thinks, yeah, that's very interesting, but I only want to hear about the tribal tattoo because that's an appointment that we make before the person has passed away. But mediumship does not work in this way. Mediumship will only work in that the evidence needs to be good enough. Of course, it needs to be good enough, but it's the deceased one which decides what evidence you need. And this has also to do with a message. And maybe I will explain this in another video. But the evidence that you get from the medium is also symbolic for the message, the lovely message or the advice that they want to give you. And the deceased one knows this, and he also knows that, maybe let me take myself for example. If you take me, and I'm not very good at math, I try to better myself a bit, but for this time I'm not really good at math. So if there's a math teacher, and they will give you a very difficult formula, it's interesting for people who are very good at math, people who studied very well in math or in science or those kind of things. That's not me. So for me, if I need to explain a teacher who has math, then on the board, when the teacher gives his class, I maybe see 1 plus 1 is 2. And this is what I will see. So 1 and 1 is 2. And this is because for me is this from, oh, I have a teacher here and he is very good with numbers, so I think he teaches math. Maybe when you just know a math teacher, you maybe want to have this very difficult formula, but it's never in my mind. And if it's not in my mind, it's too difficult for the spirit world to get it in me, so I cannot give the message. I cannot give the evidence of this, but I can give you way more other things about it. Maybe you know this math teacher, maybe you have been to his work, and I can completely explain the classroom. Maybe not in every detail, but I can tell you how the chairs look like, which way the windows are, because a lot of times I work with rooms. It's not difficult for me to explain a room. I don't know why, but it's something that I do a lot when I work with a mediumship. Not every time, but so if you know this room, and maybe you think just from, yeah, but I need the formula. No, but your evidence needs to be good enough. So if I tell you 10 things about this room that I cannot know, then it should be good enough for you. If you will not do this, and if you're still going on from I need a formula, then the medium needs to be strong and complete and have the control about the reading. Because if the medium lose the control about the reading, then it's kind of fail. And you don't want your medium to fail, because the medium wants to give you a very good reading. If the medium works from his heart, and I think the medium wants to work from his heart and wants to help you. Okay, the next thing is your customers. Your customer wants to help you with other questions, but these questions will put you out of the focus of the reading as a medium. So let me explain this. Maybe you know someone who plays guitar, and the medium says this: I see a deceased one, I see a person who plays guitar. And then you say, oh, I know 3 persons who play guitar. Please, can you tell me something about how they clothe themselves? Because they have very different way how they put their clothes on. Then there is a problem, because if the medium will do this, then again he gives the control to you. Maybe the deceased loved one want to say something else. Maybe he just want to say that he just working with children, because you see the guitar, and when you see the guitar, you see that there are children around the age of 5 or 6 around them, and he's definitely playing children's songs, because maybe you even hear of noticed, or maybe you read some kind of song, or you think about a song when you see these children, and you can know from, oh, this is a child song. I don't know a lot of child songs in English, but you have this very famous song of Little Star, if I really remember it right, but that doesn't matter for now. But this evidence is very good. But if I'm going to work as a medium on the clothes, because you asked me this, and I need to find the green sweater with a raccoon on it or something, it will not help, because that's not what the deceased one wants to give me. And if the deceased one wants to give me something else, again, I lose the control of the reading. And if I lose the control of the reading, then I will fail. So I need to be on control. Okay, your customer gives too much information. So the person who wants to give the reading gives too much information. Like, again, the same example. So I have the person with the guitar here, and that you say that the customer says, oh, this is my uncle, and my uncle just worked on a school with children where he's played with acoustic guitar, and he played child songs. No, it's up to the medium to tell you. So a very good medium will say to you from, it's very sweet that you want to help me, but let me tell you. And it already starts when you say from, it's my uncle. Oh, very, very sweet of you that you can help me. But let me tell you, because your reading will be stronger if you give me the space to tell you. Okay, the next thing is, and it can also be a problem, is you can also lose control about this, because the person said many things, and then you maybe want to, maybe you were not going to the school. Huh? So I give the same example, but maybe the person just sees the guitar at home, or maybe sees the guitar in the car and wants to talk about the car that the person drives. So they maybe want to say something about, oh, he drives this green sports car. Then because of the customer have talked about school, and then in your mind you just want to talk about school. But then again, you forgot to focus on on the deceased one. The deceased one needs to help the medium. And the customer just needs to listen and answer honestly. Okay, your customer doesn't seem satisfied. You're going to be forced to evidence that's not around. So, as a medium, the medium always knows if the evidence is good enough, and the evidence is good enough if the person recognized the deceased one, and the deceased one, there must be no doubt of it, of course. So like 3 persons play guitar, and maybe you need to talk about electric guitar, maybe about acoustic guitar, but the evidence can be a bit more. It can be about sports car, it can be about the person who works on the school, as the examples that I give. But for now, the person just says from, yeah, but I want to hear this evidence definitely, about this word. Like I said before, from you really want to, your customers really not satisfied because he didn't hear about this evidence he had in his mind, or the evidence was not strong enough for him. Some people are never satisfied. Therefore, it's very important for you as a customer, if you go to a medium, did you notice that the medium have said more things that you know from, okay, this is definitely my uncle who is speaking, of definitely my grandfather, or definitely this person from work, or definitely this partner or something. It can be anyone. But if you really know from, oh, it's this person because this is the only person I know with this evidence, then the evidence is always good enough. And mediumship should not be about ego. And the evidence that is given is very important for the message, as I said before. But if the medium goes with the person and goes from stronger evidence, I need stronger evidence, I need stronger evidence, then it's not following the deceased one. And it's so important to follow the deceased one as a medium, because the reading will be in the best way. Okay, your customer, number 5, your customer really expected someone else. But the spirit world knows who you need at this time. And this has something, yes, this has some different reasons. First of all, it has to do with the message, because if you are not really good at administration, then it's very important that you have a deceased one who is who is very good at administration. If you have if you are way too serious in your life, then you need someone who gives you room to party. If you are, yeah, maybe you want to work on your health and you don't know which way you need to go in your health, then someone very vital is going to come to help you. And this is one of the first reasons. Another reason is that sometimes they help each other. Some deceased ones came a lot before, or they are very long in heaven. So for them, it's maybe easier to make the connection, or they maybe can make the connection easier to the medium because they are maybe closer to the knowledge of the medium. So they even can help you to get the person that you want, because in reading more deceased ones can come. So sometimes they help each other. So this can be a reason. But it can also be, and this is a very difficult one, maybe the customer is not ready yet. Maybe you as a customer have a very traumatic experience with a deceased one. And for you, for now, it's just the first step that it needs to be okay for you, that the deceased one that you really love, like another one, for maybe you lost someone who was very close and died way too young. Now then you really want to make this connection, but maybe you're not there yet in your mind. Maybe it's too heavy for you. Now then first maybe your grandmother comes, and your grandmother gives so much evidence and gives you so lovely messages. That's already very healing for you, because then you know, oh, there is an afterlife, because this medium cannot know this about my grandmother. So this reading was very well. Now maybe in the future you go again, and maybe then you are ready for this experience. It's just different from person to person, so I cannot tell it for how it is for everyone. But these are the reasons that the medium should always be in control. So maybe you are not very strong for yourself, but be strong as when you are working as a medium. Please say this before when you're going to work. I need to be in, yeah, I need to have you just say no, yes, or something like that, or like maybe, or I don't know, but not too much information, and let me work for you. Please, if you are the medium, stay in control, and if you are the customer, let the medium be in control. Of course, the evidence for you as customer needs to be strong enough, but don't decide which evidence you need to know, and don't decide which message you need to know, because if you decide everything before, then you don't have to go to a medium, because you already decide everything that was on your mind. I hope this video was a very good inspiration to you. And if you want to have the one-to-one trial of experience of where I teach you mediumship, please let me know in the email under this on the lyric on this video. I wish you a very lovely day.